there are two ideas that actually end up in conflict a lot. Wonder and power. How did these two get conflated? I think we should start at the place where most pop culture in the 20th century started and beyond, and that is The Wizard of Oz. Now, the wizard in The Wizard of Oz, for most of the movie, is described as wonderful. It's the basis of the movie, that this guy is wonderful, he's going to solve all of our problems. They sing songs about it. Everyone seems to know about the wizard's wonder, from the Munchkins to the Tin Man. Then we meet the wizard. Does he describe himself as wonderful? No, the giant green head with flames describes himself as
great and powerful.
Now, putting the great aside, because that's subjective, how do we get from wonder to powerful? I think it's easy to think that it was the wizard himself who, from what we know from his character in Kansas, was a magician who did have some wonder. And he could continue to be wonderful, but then he runs into a problem. It's hard to continue to be wonderful. You have to keep doing wonderful things. It's easier to be powerful or say you're powerful and hide yourself away. We see this problem in American society in the two poles, Hollywood and Washington. In Hollywood, a place where we see the wonder of storytelling put on the screen, the directors and actors tried to take the wonder and then turn it into power. How can we amass more money, more influence, more control with our storytelling? Meanwhile, in Washington, they stockpile more things, think it makes them more powerful, and then think that that gets them what they want, when in fact it often doesn't. People actually brace themselves against that power. They go to new places and they think people will think we're wonderful, and then they don't, and it causes all kinds of problems. This is really the problem outside of Washington with leaders and dictators. They take the power and they assume that people think that they're wonderful, which isn't true. If you take away the power, most of these people are deserted. So going back to the wizard, could he have defeated the Wicked Witch of the West if he had been wonderful? It's hard to say for sure. It's a completely different movie, but he probably could have gotten more people on his side. He could have been telling a story that we could all believe in. Instead, he told a story we could all fear. And in fact, that power that he said that he had in front of the curtain didn't defeat either of the Wicked Witches. That was Dorothy. Also, it would have been a terrible song, The Powerful Wizard of Oz, because it is not an alliteration. So luckily, we didn't have to go through the whole movie thinking this guy is powerful, and maybe, just maybe, we're going to get what we want at the end of the Yellow Brick Road.